Hi. Well, I made it for video 20. My name is Samantha, and I'm a therapist and licensed clinical social worker. And I'm doing a video every day for a whole year. So this is video 20. So you might hear my cat. She is acting crazy. She's got the zoomies. So I don't know what prompted this, but right as I hit record just a second ago, she was running around. So she might make an appearance. so yeah, I thought I'd do this video about like a manifestation story of my own. I have manifested many things from using my imagination only and inner conversations. So I love going inside and talking to myself about like a conversation with somebody else that I wish I could have. Or I'll revise a situation that happened, in my head, and I'll have a conversation with the person, act as if, it went my way or whatever. So, I was listening to a little while ago. I was listening to some old, like classic alternative rock songs, and the song "Dig" by Incubus came on, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's my jam!" And so I was listening to it, and I thought it was such a cool song. And then it made me think about the story I'm going to tell you. And this was one of the coolest things that I've ever had happen, actually. And I'd totally forgotten about it. So it made me remember. So I love KORN, and not so much the vegetable, but, the band. And KORN was like my favorite. KORN and Smashing Pumpkins. Those were like my two favorites. And so I started listening to KORN. I was probably like 13. And so I've loved them ever since. So in 2016, I remember, I had tickets to go see KORN. And I asked a friend of mine that I'd known since about first grade if she wanted to go. And she said, yeah. So I was like, cool. So we went to the concert, and we were standing outside of the concert area, like where the tables were set up, where you could just like stand and eat a piece of pizza or whatever. So we were standing there, and I think Breaking Benjamin was playing at the time, and we just stepped out for a minute, and this guy came over to us and gave us this little sticker, and it said, you can basically come backstage after the concert. We were like, sweet, okay. So before I get to that part of the story, rewind a little bit, forgot to put this in there. A few hours before, I was in the shower, and I was having a conversation with the band. I have no idea where this came from, but I started talking to the band and telling them that I had been listening to their music since I was 13, and I loved them, and they helped me through so many things as a teenager, and blah, blah, blah. I was having this conversation with the band, literally. So fast forward, they gave us these stickers. We watched the whole concert. It was amazing. And then afterwards, we were like, where do we go? We were just walking around with these stickers. And somebody told us where to go at some point. So we ended up going outside where where all the, what do you call those? I don't know, they're like buses, I guess, or whatever. Like, I guess they're buses. Yeah, the tour buses, duh. So they each had their own, like there were a few of them back there. And there was a little party going on back there. And there weren't very many people. I mean, there were probably just a few. You might see a cattail. She's literally right here. So anyway, they had a little bar back there, and we went up to the little bar. I mean, there were literally like just a handful of people back there. And went to the bar, and they were like, what would you like? And we ordered a little drink. And then all of a sudden, this dude walks up, this really tall guy, and he reached out his hand and he said, hi, I'm Benjamin. And he was from Breaking Benjamin, he was Benjamin. And I was like, oh, wow, that's so cool, And then later, all of the band members from KORN started walking through, except for the lead singer. It was actually Fieldy and Head. I can't remember what Head's real name is, but that's his, like, that was his nickname, and Fieldy. And so those were the two that were just like bouncing around, walking around. And we ended up talking to both of them. And a friend of mine took a picture of me talking to Fieldy, actually, saying the exact things that I had just said in the shower, literally hours before. And then when my friend and I were leaving, just a few yards away, we saw Jonathan Davis, the lead singer. And I didn't want to bother him, but I just admired him from afar. You know, I was like, oh my God, because it was like really late. It was like, I don't know, it was like 1 a.m. or something when we were leaving. But there were literally a handful of us back there. And I have no idea why we got chosen, but I imagined that whole scene in my head. And that's why I keep, preaching this, is because the power of your imagination is so amazing. You have no idea. I mean, how in the hell would that have happened? There were literally thousands of people there. We were not dressed, like I was wearing a t-shirt, like we were not dressed up, we were, at the time we were, early 30s. So we weren't like these young, beautiful 20-year-olds, like we used to be, we still are beautiful, and so it was just weird that they chose us because, I don't know, I have no idea why they chose us other than I imagined a few hours earlier, this conversation. So, and I felt it. I remember just standing there in the shower and I was just thinking about, wow, this feels so cool to talk to this band, and I've done that with multiple things and gotten them. I mean, they've happened almost to the T how I imagine them. So that's why I want to tell you guys this, because I know I've read, success stories on my two accidental lives that I had to do the other day. Check those out, because I was reading some success stories from a Law of Attraction book that Neville Goddard, it was full of Neville Goddard stories. But if you just go within your imagination and start practicing this and just for fun, just see what happens, it will be awesome, I promise you, because I swear to you, I do this all the time and things just happen and you don't have to work hard for them. You just go inside your mind and just feel good, it's fun to do it. And you just act as if it already happened. I mean, that's basically what I was doing. I was talking to, having a conversation in my head, just acting like I was doing it. And I've done that ever since I was little. I mean, I really have. I will just imagine things and act like I'm talking to celebrities and things like that. And I've met celebrities before and had the same conversation, close to the same conversation that I had with them. And so I just find it so awesome to know that you can go within your mind and create things. So I encourage you to try this and see what happens. And let me know if something does happen, when it happens, because it will. And comment below, let me know what you've done. And because I know everybody's done something, everybody's manifested something that they probably thought was impossible at one point. I have done the impossible, let me tell you, you wouldn't believe. Someday I'll share more, but that was one that I thought of that was just so cool. And it reminded me of, the awesome music from the late 90s, early 2000s era. So, and in the background right now, this is one of my meditations I just uploaded. If anybody wants to check it out, I thought it'd be a cool background to just have going. So, but yeah, I think I've got 4 meditations up now. So they're kind of nice just to have in the background or to actually listen to when you're going to sleep or whatever. So check those out. And just have fun imagining, and you have to believe in yourself. That's the number one thing. You have to believe that you have the power to create anything using your mind, whether it's healing your body or healing your mind in general, or, creating physical items that you want in your life. Just remember that you want to keep it as vivid as possible. So if you want an item of some sort, see yourself actually holding it, feeling it, and feel the weight of it, whatever it is. Just if you're in your car, pretend like you're driving your dream car. I want to get a Lamborghini Urus, so I pretend like I'm in this Urus all the time, and it's everybody's, oh my God, there's a Urus, and I'm just pretending like this is happening. I've done this my whole life, and and I didn't even know what I was doing. I just did it because it felt good. So I really encourage you to start doing this, because anybody that's experiencing anxiety or depression or anything like that, those feelings are just indicators that you're out of alignment with who you truly, truly are. And who you truly are is pure love and joy. So when you go within your mind and create from there, instead of creating by default, by looking externally, That's where your power lies. Nothing lies external from you. Nothing outside of you has power over you. It's all in your mind. I promise you. So just try it, practice it. And again, if you're over 40 or under 40, start your channel, because this stuff is so fun. And just practice. Practice, like if you want to start a channel or you want to start a business, go inside your mind and imagine that you have 1 million followers or you have $1 million coming in every month. I mean, go big. Stop thinking so small. We all think so dang small, and that's ridiculous. Like, why? We are here to create. We're spirits in a body. We were here to have fun. Think huge, like think bigger than you've ever thought before, because you literally can do anything. Do not listen to the negativity that's in your head, the inner gangster. Do not listen to that inner gangster, because he or she will try to take you to the dark side. You do not want to go there. We want to go to the bright side now. We want to go to love, joy, peace, and just have a great time while we're here. So go inside your mind, practice, and let me know what happens. And I will talk to you tomorrow for video 21. You guys have a great night or a great day, whatever time it is where you are. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.